Hi, hello, namaste. Welcome back to Needs of Children. We are discussing about 10th Standard English Medium Social Science, in that history, unit number 10, continued part of the political developments of 20th century. In the previous session, we get the information about the First World War, Russian Revolution. These are the very important concepts we are discussed in the previous session. Let's come to in this session we are going to get the more information about the continued part of this lesson. Yes, after the First World War, the entire world map it has been changed. Majorly the existence of dictators. Let's come to who are those dictators and how they overpowered countries. Dictators. The situations that emerged after the end of First World War brought Hitler to power in Germany and Mussolini to power in Italy. Among that, Hitler became the Chancellor of Germany, and after the death of President Hindenburg, he became the dictator. Hitler became the Führer. So here is the image of Hindenburg, and he became the Führer. By the time Hitler became the powerful, communists and socialists had become more powerful. Hitler took the help of German industrialists and suppressed the socialists and communists. He banned workers' union and political parties. He declared that Nazi party as the only party of Germany. So these are some of the restrictions has been imposed by Hitler when he came to power. He installed fear of Jewish people among the Germans by spreading false rumors that they are going to dominate the world. So that is the fear of Jewish people among the Germans. He put forward the supremacy of German race theory and nurtured ultra-nationalism carefully. Hitler utilized the Nazism to inculcate these values among the Germans. In this way, the Nazism advocated that Germans are the superior race of the world and they are only fit to rule the world. Jewish are the reasons for all the problems of the Germans. So apart from Jews, communists, socialists and Catholics are also the reason for the problems of Germany. He declared they are unfit to live. All these were implemented inhumanly, so that he take the revenge on Jews. Communists, socialists and Catholics inhumanly started killing these community peoples. A minister named Goebbels was appointed to spread the theory of Nazism. A cruel army named Brown Shirts was formed for this purpose. They were trained to create violence so that the people became confused and accept their ideology. Revenge killings done by Hitler to implement this theory are notorious in the human history. You can see how he has been started the killing of the peoples. Here is, according to the one estimate, 6 million Jews were killed and 1 million others were also killed. This mass killing is called as the Holocaust. According to the one estimate, 6 million Jews were killed and 1 million others were killed. So this mass killing, it is called as the Holocaust. In 1935, Hitler implemented Nuremberg laws. He imprisoned Jews in concentration camps and he pushed people to gas chambers to kill them. So here it is a gas chambers. And here in this image you can see the concentration camps. In the concentration camps, people were subjected to harsh work conditions and were starved to death. Many were shot dead in mass firings. He created special force to kill people irrespective of their age and sex. He utilized entire government machinery to kill people. Hitler wanted to rule the entire world in order to prove the Aryan race supremacy. This resulted in Second World War. Finally, Hitler's racial hatred ended with his death. One more dictator named called as Mussolini from Italy. The fascist party of Mussolini grew in Italy as regressive political party due to various combinations like the impact of First World War and emergence of social movements in Europe. Ultra-nationalism, idea of destroying the other national forces, patronizing violence, racial superiority, expansion of national boundaries and support of human executions are the features of fascism. So these are some of the features of the fascism. Mussolini was the Prime Minister of Italy from 1922 to 1943 and was the founder of National Fascist Party. In 1925, he dismissed the democracy of Italy legally and became the dictator of Italy. He destroyed all the political opponents by using secret police services. He banished all workers' agitations. He established one party dictatorship. He joined Hitler in causing Second World War and was responsible for the death of thousands of people. He was assassinated in the year 1945. So these are the two great dictators. One is from Hitler, Germany, and another one Mussolini from Italy. So these are the dictators are the main cause for the happening of Second World War. Let's come to the concept of Second World War. So Second World War, before one could forget the death and misery caused by the First World War. The Second World War started with the Germans' occupations of Poland. So here you can see, here is the Germany occupation of Poland. Here it is the Poland, occupation of Poland on September 1st, 1939. By this, the Second World War began. The Second World War is the most heinous and devastating war that has ever taken place in the history of human civilization. More than 30 countries directly participated in this war. This war took place between 1939 and 1935. Since the rich countries had spent their money on war, they experienced great economic depression during 1930s. And here it is, some of the images it is highlighting about the situation of the Second World War. This resulted in great hardships in Europe and USA. The life standard of people dropped drastically. The growth of industries and agriculture stagnated. The problem of unemployment became more. The nationalism grew in Germany and other European countries due to loss of finance suffered in First World War. Difficult agreements enforced on countries like Germany and subsequent loss suffered by them. The big industries funded more money to nourish ultra-nationalism in Germany and other countries of the Europe. So they donated a huge money in the name of nationalism for the nourishment of the Germany and other European countries. By utilizing this money, hate and egoistic movements started emerging in these countries. Hitler emerged as the dictator in Germany and Mussolini emerged as the dictator in Italy. In East Asia, Japan attacked China to expand its territory. Not only in Europe, even it is started in the East Asia part. by the Japan attacked China to expand its territory. So during Second World War, the two groups emerged. The two groups are considered as the Axis and Allies. Among that, Germany, Italy, Japan were the part of Axis. So here it is, Allies and Axis. Among that Axis you can see, so the Germany, Italy and Japan are the part of Axis, whereas England, France, Russia and other countries were there in the Allies. Between these two groups, the Second World War started. So in this, England declared war against the Germany as it was a friendly country to Poland. As we get the information, Germany attacked on Poland. So that as Germany declared the war, meanwhile Great Britain declared the war against Germany as it was the friendly country to Poland. But in reality, it did not rush to help Poland immediately. Hence, it was occupied by Germany. Poland was occupied by Germany. In the meanwhile, Russia came under the communist rule. Russia came under the communist rule, and countries like England, France were expecting an attack on Russia by Germany. On realizing the intention, Russia entered a non-war pact with Germany on August 24, 1939. Hence, Hitler attacked the West instead of East. Here it is, the Germany, as we are going to see that Soviet Union. Russia become as a put the very careful steps with Germany. So it made the agreement with Germany non-war pact on August 24th, 1939. So before, Hitler planned to attack on East, but now he changed his plan to attacking on West. Hitler entered an agreement with Italy and attacked Germany, Norway and Poland, Denmark. So and captured the most of the western part. So he captured the places of Italy and Denmark. Hitler entered an agreement with the Italy, that means Mussolini, and attacked Germany and Norway, Poland. So these are the countries were attacked by Hitler and captured the most of the Western Europe. In 1931, Hitler turned his attention towards the Russia. This forced Russia entered the war. So before, it was made an agreement that is called as non-war pact. But in the year 1941, Hitler turned his attention towards the Russia. As a result of this, Russia to enter the Second World War. At the same time, Japan joined Germany. Japan attacked those places that were to the west of Pacific Ocean, which belonged to USA and other European countries, and captured them. So this is become as one of the major change in the history. Italy and Germany tried to occupy the British colonies in North Africa and Suez Canal, but both the countries are failed to capture the British colonies in North Africa. In 1942, Russia defeated German forces in Stalingrad. In the year 1942, Russia defeated the German forces in Stalingrad. In 1943, Germany faced a series of defeats in the Eastern Europe. Here, Russia supported the Allied forces. The Allied forces occupied Italy. USA defeated Japan and regained its last island in Pacific Ocean. Germany surrendered due to the march of Red Army and Allied forces into Berlin. So finally, Hitler committed suicide in 1945. One of the very important tragedy it has happened. USA dropped the first atomic bomb of the world on Hiroshima, Nagasaki of Japan, the two cities. This resulted in the death of lakhs of people. So the two, no, that first atomic bomb, it is called as the a little boy. That bomb name called as little boy. Japan is still facing the after effects of this attack on August 15th, 1945. That incident it is happened on August 15th, 1945. Japan surrendered completely. With this, Allied forces achieved the complete victory. Finally, the Second World War caused utmost misery and death in the human history. It also changed the social, political and economic changes in the world. In the place of League of Nations, United Nations organization came into existence. Here it is, United Nations organization. The winning countries of Second World War, England, China, USA, USSR and France, became the permanent members of the UN Security Council. Then USSR and USA became the powerful rival countries. This led to the Cold War between the USSR and USA. The colonies of Asia and Africa were able to achieve their independence. England, France and other European countries lost their most of the colonies. The Indian independence can be understood from this angle also. Since USA used a nuclear weapon in Japan, nuclear arm race started between the powerful countries. Thus, the Second World War ended with the establishment of the UNO, United Nations Organization, and many of the colonies of Asia and Africa were able to achieve their independence. England, France and other European countries, they lost their most of the colonies. Even India got its independence, can be understood from this angle. Since USA and nuclear weapon in the Japan, nuclear arm race started between the powerful countries. So that's it about today's session. I hope you have understood till now what we are discussed. In case if you are having any doubts, you can comment in the comment box. I will solve your doubts and I will come back with the next video. Until, keep watching my channel. Thank you. Have a nice day. See you in the next session. Bye bye. Take care.